This is the closest I've done so far in terms of MMR to, like, you know, I'm in Elo Hell. I should be at this rank. This is Bliss, who's going to be our solo laner. He's on a controller. He's gold 2. He's got 165 games played. He's at like a 50% win rate. He's 82 and 83. So he's got a 49.7% win rate. He thinks he's a high plat player. Filled him with a lobby where the highest MMR in this lobby is 2050. So the highest MMR in this lobby is 500 MMR higher than him, but the average, most people in this lobby are 1800, which is only a 2050, 2040 MMR gap. Not that nuts. He plays a lot of different gods, it looks like. He was pretty confident. He purchased, so he subscribed to my Discord as under the coaching, which gives you prio in Elo Hell. So he's in my Discord. He's, you know, on a tier 1. He wanted prio. He wanted this. This isn't just like someone showing up and trolling. So I kind of hope he pops off. At the very least, we'll be able to give him some feedback. And then through coaching, I feel like easily I can get him up to wherever he wants to be. Get into this mix of bans. They're just finishing the bans right now. Everything's pretty standard. He doesn't have a god he plays like all the time from what I can see, so that's good. A lot of these people we've been looking at always have one god they just spam a lot of. He's got a really beefy team comp around him, so he won't be stuck out trying to solo tank everything. He is against Ares Dodgy, who could just bully him, and I don't know if he'll go beats. He might have a rough game here if he's not using all of his stuff correctly. All right, I like the whole draft. So it's gonna be King Arthur against Yorm. This is a Yorm main, and he's going against somebody who's been spamming Yorm his whole life in that soul lane and is very comfortable with this matchup, which is gonna be scary for Bliss, or maybe he pops off and just shows out that he is as good as he thinks he is. And now we are following our boy Bliss over here. See what he's starting off. He's going tanky, so no bluestone, which I hate bluestone. He'll probably lose. He's gonna get bullied in lane. His early game is gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough one. He knows he's against magic, so he's building magic defense first. He went multi potions. I think this is gonna bite him in the butt, because he's gonna run through these health potions against Yorm so fast. We'll see how that works. He's waving. I don't like bluestone now because it's been nerfed into the ground and you are super gankable. If you go bluestone on anybody right now, you are insanely gankable, like for a long period of time. You're just very squishy. And before, bluestone guaranteed you'd have lane control. I feel like it does. Like, he's probably not gonna have lane control against an axe Yorm, even with bluestone. I think he would just die. I think he'd get bullied out because they nerf bluestone so much. Yeah, like bluestone in its history has been broken 90% of the time, or it's poop, and it's back to being kind of poopy for warriors and stuff. For ability hunters, you're still going bluestone, but ability hunters aren't good. Like, you aren't playing ability hunters if you want to win the game. Kakis, thank you for the 4 months, man. Welcome back. All right, let's watch him. Watch his abilities here. See, like, even right now, he wants to pop a health potion. So he's down a health potion, and he's only got one other one. He's got a multi-pot. Plus, remember, they added extra damage to creeps from blue buff. Oh! He didn't get XP from that. He didn't get XP from it, dude. That's on him too. That's not on the Agni. That's on him. He should have been meleeing it the whole time and in range. I don't know. He is, I mean, he was already screwed, trust me, but this is gonna be 10 times worse. He's probably gonna get first blood in this lane, unless his jungler ganks. Ravana's a very good jungler though to play against Yorm for ganks. All right, here we go. Here comes the poke. And this is where things are gonna start getting scary. He's trading well. He's actually doing a good job of not freaking out and just sitting back. All of his pots are gone though, and this is what I don't like. Good play, dodged out. That was good. They're fighting over in the duo lane. They just 3v3'd over there.
Baker's getting blown out right now.
Yeah, I know. They're supposed to. It's game 2 away. They're supposed to. my gosh, good job, dude. I like his mechanics so far. He's aware of the mechanical side to this, which is, you know, promising. I just wish he had started 4 health pots. If he started 4 health pots right now, he wouldn't be like losing it. Is he gonna go tier 2 or is he gonna upgrade his teleport? He's going tier 2. He's waiting for another health pot, I guess. Oh, I like the ward, but I think he's gonna wish he had another health pot here. Wait, he's not T. That was weird. I don't know what is happening right there, bro. Super lost. I hate how Spec doesn't show the stance swapping. Like, why can't I see him change stances in Spectator? Why is that too hard? What up, the loop? Thank you for the 2 months, man. Well, he's not getting pooped on. I think he is a little nervous. Everyone who's done this so far has been nervous, but at some point, little things like buying multi-pots instead of health pots, when you know you're gonna get poked a lot, that's not a nerves thing. That's like the rat who had 130% chance to crit and he was like, I was nervous. Like, bro, you built a 130% chance to crit. If you just said you were, you know, blind, maybe we'd have an argument. So Yorm's level 5 already, and he is he's taking some damage here. Haven't seen any solid combos out of the Yorm either, though. Oh, here it comes. This is what we're worried about for Yorm, or for King Arthur. He's got ult. He's not gonna be able to scoop him, but he will be able to stun him, which is value from the small ults. This is a gank potential right here. Oh, he just ulted out. Wait, no. Did he just ult out? Was that his 2 or was that his ult out? I know why he ulted out. He wanted to burn down a smaller ult, but then he just played so passive. So I don't hate that he used it to dodge because he doesn't want it. He can't kill the Yorm with it, but then, oh my, he's getting destroyed by creeps. Wait, if Yorm gets in range of the 1, does he die? Yeah, big ult there was fine to get out because, like we said, he can't scoop up the Yorm. It's fine. I just think it was weird that he used it to get out instead of using it to juke to the side and then re-engage off the gank. Because Ravana coming over there is gank potential all day. Either way, he's playing smart. It's not a favorable, crazy matchup that he's gonna bully and stomp. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got counterpicked for sure, but he didn't get counterpicked necessarily. This dude plays Yorm only. Like, this guy is a Yorm main. And if you've been in my stream at all, you know this guy's a Yorm main. So it's not like he picked it because the guy picked King Arthur. He was picking Yorm no matter what. Oh, so let's get a triple kill. What? Bro. Asila's going crazy. Yeah, I'll be paying attention to how he rotates, teleports into the team fights, when he upgrades his TP, and how he actually team fights. Hopefully his team doesn't keep getting wrecked. They got 3-0'd at their green buff. This thing has so much HP, I feel like. What's his items? He went, what's it called, Oni? He's tanky for magic, but he's got to watch out for this gank. He should be good if he's holding his ult all the time because he can't spam it in a Yorm. So he can always ult the dodgy ult to disengage. Unless he mistimes it. Then that would be awkward. Oh no, his blue's getting invaded. No, he should have secured that. He took too long to loop around there. He missed a big ult. That's rough. His team's rotating. His team's here. Is he gonna go for the ult and go in? This whole team is here, bro. You gotta go on somebody. Okay. They're gonna fight this, right? This Agni. Nobody played the cutoff. Still is here. No one played the cutoff, dude. The Ravana covered the same way as Agni. That Ravana messed up. Honestly, Bliss kind of messed up too by not playing for them to drop out of that. He was spamming to juke, but you know, at that point, who cares? Nah, he was just spamming his abilities there not to hit anybody. Like, he was just spamming them to move around and juke. You can tell he's just looking left and right over and over again. All right, is he gonna do something here? Spinning on him? Is he gonna ult? Why hasn't he stunned anybody? He's just not doing anything. That was so late. There's no AA canceling in here at all between abilities. Just hold your whole team just died. That's embarrassing. You just played King Arthur in like a 30-second fight, which is heaven for you. Like perfect scenario ever. And it looked like you were lost in the sauce. That's probably the game. I don't know how you come back from that. 8-0. And it wasn't 8-0 stomping. That was a real fight. That Blue should have won. I wish I could see his passive meter and when his ult was up. But there's no way his stun wasn't up that whole time, right? Well, he solo ulted Ares after the fight was pretty much over. He needed to ult when his team was in there brawling. It didn't even matter. He didn't auto after one ability. He had no combos at all. It was like he was just slamming his keyboard. He missed dodgy when he ulted at blue. He tried to ult the dodgy at blue, missed. That's what I'm saying. His ult had to have been up more than once. There's no way. All right, they're on the board. Ravana just got a kill. Okay, his team's on the board. This is good for him. He's down a level though, by his own doing. Oh my goodness gracious. Out of a bad time. Bro, he needs to be able to 3 on top of that whenever it's coming. It's not like you can't hear it. Oh my gosh. CB's not up for a minute and a half. You have a health pod ticking, you're gonna back and run back on the wave? Okay, thank goodness he didn't. Why did he just dodge? I think he was just stand swapping to blue, right? Yep. Okay. Spin, man! Okay. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Bro! What are you doing? You didn't even slow him or anything. Hold on. Wait, his stun isn't up there. He uses ult to dodge, so his stun's not up yet. So like I don't expect him to turn around and stun, right? Like wait, if you miss it, how much does the passive goes down? Isn't it like a reduced amount if you miss or something? Or is it the full amount still? Oh, you lose the full amount if you miss. Okay, so his stun's definitely not up because he's using the full ult to dodge since he can't use it on the Yorm. He used it to dodge there correctly, but he should have turned around and he should have won And then he should have won away, or sorry, he should have won and then 2'd away for distance and then slowed when he got close. And he should have been spinning. He's got knocked up every time. That's what I hate the most right now, is he's not spinning on this Yorm's knockup. Not once. Not one time is he using his 3 on the Yorm knockup. It's pissing me off. So he's going Glad Shield, I'd assume, next. He's also leveling the 3 and just hasn't been using it on top of the Yorm. Team's 12-4. They're down 3K. I mean, he's not out of the game. What's up, Chris? He does know Yorm is there. You can hear the stealth. Yeah, silent it is. You can hear Yorm's stealth. You also see where he goes. Like, if he's over to the left and you don't hear him doing anything, then guess what? He's coming towards you. I just got free gold. They're down 4K. This man is being destroyed in lane now. It's over for him. Like, he's not gonna be able to do anything this match unless he has a good rotation. And he's not upgrading his TP, so he can't even rotate in these team fights. Yeah, look at this. He's about to get slammed. The tower's gone. Why? Dude, stunned. There's no way you had full passive here. If he ult stunned him, he gets a kill. That dude just ate so many tower shots. No, he's not getting in range. I hate this. He hasn't stormed Yorm one time. Why he's boxing? He literally has to box to clear the wave right now. He doesn't have a say in whether he's fighting or not. There's Glad finished. Is he gonna upgrade his TP today? He's got 1,200 gold. Breastplate. Breastplate? Breastplate? He TP'd mid. There's no Gold Fury. He didn't upgrade his TP. He TP'd mid. There's no Gold Fury. His Rama's being killed by the enemy solo laner. He doesn't ult again. And he walks away. Oh my gosh. That was a complete waste of time. There's no world where you're TPing there unless your team's being dove anyway. Because there's no Gold Fury. So why are you TPing there? And going towards gold. Yeah, I mean, the person he's laning against, I think Sed is only like 1900 MMR. So he's not laning against like a rock star. He's laning against your main soul laner. Plat soul laner. What's he doing? Bro, you have so many abilities up. What are you doing? He's not playing King Arthur the way it needs to be played. And he's screwed in team fights by this Ares. If he didn't go Sigil, he would have got destroyed in lane. Like, he'd have died over and over again. So, it's not even a point in mentioning it. Thought he'd go Bluestone. Warrior's Axe would have been okay, but it would have done the same thing as Sigil pretty much. Like, he would have had the same match. Nothing would have changed so far. Oh yeah, their comp definitely does. I mean, it farms him, but they haven't farmed him yet with the comp. He's made mistakes where he could have gotten out of this in a good spot. Like, he hasn't stunned Yorm once. If he knows he can't big ult the Yorm, why isn't he spamming the stun onto the Yorm? Right? Like the whole early into this mid game. Why is he TPing mid for no reason? Why, or not here, but earlier? Why was he TPing mid for no reason? Why that last fight he wasn't spamming? He went on Scylla, but then just kind of backed off with all his abilities up. Also, if we're gonna jump all the way back to like picks and bans, why is he playing King Arthur? Why aren't you playing a stronger god? Stronger god. Why aren't you playing some Guan, some Hercules? Literally almost anything but this. The mana. Like, if I'm a solo lane main right now, I'm spamming Vamana. I don't know if it was banned. It might have been. But I'm spamming Vamana. I'm spamming Hercules. I'm spamming Guang. Oh, yeah. He didn't hit level 2 off the rip because he tanked the Kempson correctly. So far, nothing has gone right. By his own doing. Wave, wave, wave. Dodgy's here. He's in trouble. Yeah, he's gonna get bullied now. If he has big ult. He's just gonna tank it. He's not even turning. Yo, hit somebody with an ability. Oh no. That's rough. The one thing I like about this guy is basic mechanics and like not freaking out. He's almost there. He just needs to learn his matchups at the very least to begin with. He's getting another free gold. That's our third free gold, I think. Oh, red team got it. He still hasn't upgraded TP either. Bro, TP into this fight. What the fuck? This is frustrating. Like, you can't expect to get out of your MMR. Like, he's gold 15, 60 MMR, gold 2, 15, 60 MMR. You can't expect to get out if you aren't playing above the people in that bracket. If you can't compete with true plat people in their own bracket. Like, why? I don't know. Why do you think you should be out when you're making mistakes like this? And I looked up the stats of these last two people. Their stats aren't bad. This is just what happens when you're a whole, you know, rank above, 5 ranks above, 4. No, actually, this is like 3 to 5 ranks above, right? Because he's gold 2, so it's not even 5 ranks above because he's not. I don't know. This is crazy. 23 to 4. It's not only on him. Don't get me wrong. It's not only on him, but one of the major fights that went bad was his fault. Like, it was solely his fault that they didn't win that team fight in his lane. Why did early upgrade TP become a thing? Because you can play around getting your items. You can play around TPing into fights early. You can make sure at the early objectives that you wouldn't normally be at. Makes the game way simpler to play. And it wasn't necessarily early TP. It was more of objective play. Like, we've shifted back to full objective play in this meta. So being able to be around for all the objective play is key. The tier 2 early on first back is hyper value because then you don't get caught out. The thing is, if you don't upgrade TP and you mess up, you get poked out, you get ganked, whatever, and you have to run back at a bad time, you lose so much farm. He's not even gonna contest this. It's 20 minutes. You gotta at least walk into this. He didn't secure. I'm surprised they did not secure the Scylla. He messed up here. He is full passive and he doesn't ult the Scylla. Like, as soon as he went in, he should have beelined for the Scylla, knowing Scylla is gonna secure. And his Athena was already dropping. He easily could have just fully pressured out the Scylla. Bro, he upgraded his bees to tier 2 before TP. He also went spectral armor. And the Charybdis hasn't even been a problem yet. Okay, Agni just put the... Like, if he's fighting here, if he's ulting somebody, it's making a big difference in these fights. You have spectral. Who are you afraid of? Yeah, he's far behind because he's not doing anything. I mean... You're talking about solo lane fighting in lane, right? He's been fighting a good amount, and he's still bottom damage in the whole match. He hasn't ulted one person. Am I trolling, right? He hasn't big ulted a single person? I think he's only small ulted one person. Now he's going, and now he's feeling it a little bit. There's a big ult finally. It's going to be beads, but that's fine. His build's not the problem. Saying his build is dog water, his build's not the problem. The Spectral's early, and it doesn't really, like, I don't know the logic behind it. Like, he's worried about the crit damage, but he hasn't even been hit by the crit damage yet. This is such a weird fight. I'm glad he's finally frontlining. It's a little late. His team's just gonna lose this. He's just dead here. He's just so dead, dude. He started frontlining way too late. He shouldn't have been on the Gold Fury. He should have been up there trying to keep them from walking in for free. His build doesn't help though. I mean, what are you going to change in his build that's going to make a difference? Because if you're going to say Bluestone, wrong. He had to go magic defense early, and Oni's is a fine item. Like, there's nothing wrong with this item. It doesn't have to be a cooldown item, especially blue buff. He's chilling. The Spectral early is weird. This is just a little early for me because he's not playing against multiple crit gods. Sure, he swaps this into another physical item, but it's not going to make this game any different. It literally would change nothing. The biggest thing here is that he didn't upgrade his starter, his TP. Honestly, out of his first 3 items, this is the most telling thing. No upgraded TP. Warrior's Axe is fine. Like, Warrior's, it is whichever he wants to go, in my opinion. You're not gonna you're acting like that. They've nerfed Warrior's Axe so much and Bluestone so much that they aren't like super valuable OP gonna change your game starters anymore. And Sigil's strong for survivability. He got fully counterpicked here. So having Sigil is definitely smarter when you're playing against Dodgy, Ares, Cripple. You're going to lose lane to Yorm no matter what. You're playing against Scylla Lockdown. No, none of my Elo Hell matches has had somebody have a good game yet. There's been one semi-okay match, and even then it wasn't a good match. Most of these players are going to end up using this for coaching if they're smart. He needs to work on ult usage dramatically. Because he knows he can't take Yorm up, so why doesn't he spam the ult? Small ults, so it's always small ults. He did kind of freak out when he got dove into the tower. Granted, he did get dove by the jungler as well, but he could have gotten a kill out of that. This is 1560 MMR in a plat lobby. I like that he's trying to frontline, but he's a level down on their support Ares, so he's not going to be able to frontline here. He's level 16. This is horrible. He's getting destroyed. He's so squishy. I don't like that he's just spinning around staring at his Ares though. His team's walking in and he's not walking in. Okay. He is a controller player. He's struggling. He's struggling with somebody on top of him. The controller player strikes again. Not that it would have turned out any different, to be honest, but that you could tell he was struggling, bro. This is 32-6. This one's over. This one's over. That's rough. That Ravana got farmed. That's funny too, because Rob should have had a good matchup here. Rob does well in a Scylla and in a Dodgy. Yeah, he's looking the wrong way most of that, like almost that whole time. This is rough. This is real rough. Ares out the image, both of them. Yeah, it's, you can say, to be fair, his team didn't do great. His team had an early fight in his lane and he pretty much did nothing in it. and they all died except for him. That's rough. So Bliss, early game, you need to upgrade your TP earlier, bro. Way earlier. Just much earlier. You knew, I can tell by the way you're playing, you knew you couldn't big ult the Yorm, which is basic gameplay. Good. Glad. So why not spam small stun ults every time they're up to make sure you never over your passive, or if it's getting near that tier 2 ult, just burn it onto him and make you didn't stun him once. You also never spun on the Yorm knockup. I don't know why. You can hear Yorm when he's stealthing in 3 instantly. For the love of everything in my life. In the team fight that you had in your lane, the first part of it, when the Dodgy ulted, first of all, you missed your ult, which is unfortunate. That's gonna happen, you know. Would have been nice. But when the Dodgy ulted, you were spamming your abilities to juke rather than just using your abilities on who was still around. Or just cutting off and waiting for Dodgy. That was strange. Then off of that fight, it continued into your lane, and there was a team fight going on where you never use an auto in between abilities. Use an ability auto, use an ability auto, use an ability auto, unless you're trying to like lock somebody down for whatever reason. But you spun in, you use your ones, and then you were just kind of there, like in the middle of the fight. You didn't stun anybody with your ults. You didn't knock up anybody relevant. You weren't doing consistent damage because you weren't throwing the autos out in between. You spammed your quick abilities, and that was it. It was really strange to watch. Then at level 12, without upgraded TP still, which is crazy because first back you probably want to go to tier 2 TP, then early you want to upgrade max it. You TP to mid when gold was already gone for like 4 minutes, and you ran into the gold side of the map, just kind of existed, and then your jungle died to the soul laner who was rotating. At that point, if you're going to TP, it needs to be for a reason. Objectives being pulled, your team's being dove on our tower. Otherwise, you're just farming your lane. You need to farm. Absolutely farm. I'm going to leave it at that. Outside of that, I would say King Arthur's not a good solo right now. So I'd pick up some of the good ones. Hercules, Guan Yu, Vamana. I don't want to say any warrior but him, but there's a lot of pretty solid warriors. You can play Horus. Achilles is really good. But I wouldn't play much King Arthur. And hopefully that helps you. If you have any questions, I know you're sub to the Discord for coaching, so just ask in there and I'll answer. I'll help you out as much as I can.